everyone. Now we're going to cover the time to rank column. I don't know anything about this column, so I'm just as excited as you are to find out what it does. So, Matt, let's talk about it.
Time to rank, right. Handling expectations. If you work for yourself, might not be important to you, but when you're working for a client and you're trying to sell them a whole package, a whole blueprint, trying to sell the whole story to them, the time to rank column helps you set the expectations of how long it's going to take for them to get ranked for a specific keyword. This looks at it from a keyword by keyword basis only. And if a client comes to you and says, I want to own the weddings market, you can say to them, are you aware you're going to have to work on this keyword for nearly 2 years to own it?
Yeah, 22 months, right?
Right. Yeah, 22 months
Months
is what you're going to have to invest.
I was hoping that was days.
Yeah, me too.
Them days are gone, boy. Those days don't exist anymore. But
right.
That's the top level overview of why we put that in, because it's a very important thing. When I use this screen as a sales tool.
Yes.
So if I speak to do a consultation, I speak to a person, and they've got big dreams.
Mm-hmm. We
can bring those dreams into reality and say, look, you can go for this market, but you're looking at a long-term campaign. You're looking at 2 years. You have to work on this. You're looking at investing 10 grand into that keyword to get ranked for.
Indeed, yes.
Over a 2-year period.
Over a 2-year period. So you can either put it in as a placeholder, i.e. exclude it from the promotion and work on the lower echelon keywords and back your way into the market, which will cut your costs dramatically. Or you can start going for it now and pay a lot more money to get ranked for that keyword.
Now the other, if you look just a little bit further down the line, the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey used to say. You've got
You've
22 months to rank.
Mm-hmm.
It costs you £10,000. But because in the next column over, you see you're making almost £5,000 back, your revenue monthly once you're ranked.
Look at those numbers again.
500.
It's almost 500 grand.
Sorry about that. 500.
Yeah, it's a long way from to the screen from here.
500 grand. Dang.
If you own
weddings, it's a huge leverage. That's why you go for those things, because I mean, if you can rank for that, you're making like literally 500 times or 50 times rather.
Yeah, so you make your money back in like hours.
Well, if you really pull it off, you know.
Yeah.
And you're getting that conversion.
Assuming that weddings is actually going to convert for you.
Yeah, and your site's got to be tweaked to convert.
Yeah. If you own weddings and you branch out into dresses,
and here's
cakes, invites,
and
all the things.
And here's the truth: Brad Fallon and Andy Jenkins were in the wedding business. And,
right.
This was pre-StomperNet, and I happen to know that those numbers in the U.S. are roughly more or less equivalent.
Yeah.
Brad Fallon had the weddings planner, and his wife owned one of the major sites, and it was his mainstay.
Right.
That's what he was using when he owned it before he sold the company.
Right.
So I know for a fact that that's correct.
Sure.
They built a massive warehouse to.
Yeah, you saw that. Yeah, you saw that.
Yeah.
So we know this is like roughly the case. Yeah. But I love how this kind of lays it out, because no wonder they're making so much money in that.
Yeah.
You know, like wow.
So
weddings.
So when you look at the rest of the story, you're going, that actually those 22 months, that £10,000, that looks like a pretty good investment to me.
And from a business perspective, it gives you time to start planning and how to ramp your business up when you actually start driving that traffic. Because you're looking at this 9,000 conversions a month. You're looking at a lot of sales coming through every single day.
Yeah.
So one, you're going to need the staff. You're going to need the POS systems. So that's your point of sale systems.
Yep.
You're going to have your drop shippers, or you need to have a warehouse to ship your stuff out of.
Yep.
So when I speak to the clients, I make them aware of these things. And I say, is this what you want for yourself?
Exactly.
So it's not just a point of actually getting ranked for a keyword.
What's your life going to look like?
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Because we're building a business, we're not building a website.
I actually talked to somebody in a recent certification that expressed to me that she didn't like the way her life looked during owning some certain keywords.
Right.
And part of the reason she took our certification was to try to own some other ones.
Right.
I think that's fascinating. I mean, it's just not stuff you think about when you're an SEO or you're a traffic generator. I had all kinds of time where I pranced into the boardroom thinking that they really wanted to rank, and they really wanted success.
Yeah.
They wanted success for a different kind of term.
Exactly.
And it's just really interesting. All right, so that's pretty good.
So that the time to rank helps us set client expectations, and it also opens up a very interesting conversation which you have at a business level, which in effect without the client actually knowing it, they will buy into what you're doing because you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I think it's really important in this conversation right here, since I have both of you here, that we get into how we calculate this. I know we can't give away our proprietary data, but how is this calculated?
It's calculated taking all the things into account surrounding a keyword, like the
Yeah.
page rank, the competing pages,
That's what I wanted to get to.
all kinds of factors like that.
Do you mean to tell me that you actually take into account page rank in order to determine the time to rank?
Yes.
Yeah.
So say for example, this was a hollow market, and it was weak. The time to rank would actually decrease.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I want everybody to hear. Because I just think people gloss over that when they look at that. They're like, they have no idea what's going on behind the machinery.
No.
And we're going to probably, I think it's good to let them know.
Yep.
So again, otherwise you don't know what
Exactly.
you don't know.
If, like for example, if your whole page is page rank 6, 5s, and 4s on the top 10 of Google, your time to rank's going to be longer than it is if they're all page rank 0s, 1s, and 2s because your market is not hollow. You
Right.
can't just come in with a solid structure. You're going to have some work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the backlinks, the supporting articles, and the costs fluctuate based on those type of parameters. So they either decrease or they increase based on what you're dealing with.
I gotcha. Okay, I think that's enough on this column.
Yep.
What's the next one, Matt, that we're going to do after this video?
It's just talking about the suggested backlinks, and it's talking about supporting
Okay,
articles.
we'll do
Yeah.
both of those in the same video. I will
Yes.
close this one. We'll see you guys on the suggested backlinks and supporting articles column.